Well guys, Axial Gravedigger. What's crazy is I've only driven this thing one time with it stock. Granted, I burnt up the motor, but we don't generally buy these kinds of trucks for the stock electronics. We buy them because we want to modify them, and modify them I did. I'm going to show you guys this thing on the table, then we're going to take it outside and have some fun. Take a look. The obvious thing, the JConcepts 2.2 Fling Kings. And yes, I've got the JConcepts wheels. They went on super tight, so they are not glued right now. So, and then obviously the rear steer. I'm going to show you guys everything underneath it once I take the top off. Here we go. Well, can't see much. It's all right. Got a little jeans hanging out right there. For the ESC, got an old Castle Mamba Max Pro that I've had for I don't know how many years. Now, for the motor, I was going to run the Asus motor, but instead, I got a Polar Pro 540 3500 kV. I've got the stock pinion on it as well. There's a reason I went with the 3500 kV, and I hope it works out. Got the Vanquish link arms right here. Now, the reason I chose these was for one very simple feature. That piece right down there, that you can actually rebuild them. The other ones I looked at, they had just a regular plastic link coming out. And you know, I've broken those with suspensions like this before. This is all molded in. It actually looks super stout. And that was why I got it, because I really didn't want to have to buy twice. Now, I don't want this to be an expensive vehicle, but you know, it's kind of turning out like that. Sometimes it's better to buy the best one time versus buying cheaper stuff over and over and over again. So, the steering. This is the SSD steering, the titanium. I've got the Vanquish knuckles right in there. Just a simple 25 kg servo. I did reuse the stock servo saver up front. I've got some other servo savers ordered that are supposed to be super stout. Now, I also did the universal joints inside of the axle tubes right there. I've got the universal joints at both ends. Basically, both ends are identical. Same thing, just one's at the front, one's at the back. Now, this is the hot racing sway bar that I had for the Bomber that I didn't use. I actually bought two of those kits. Didn't use it, but here it is on the back of this. I did make some new links down at the bottom. The rear sway bar is now up front. And luckily, in the bag, you actually got these brackets down here. So it's a very simple bolt-on deal. So now, there is one issue that I have seen with this, and it deals with the rear steering. It hits the chassis. I'm not sure if that's going to be a major issue or not. If it does prove to be a major issue, I'm probably just going to take the rear steer off and just let the truck run, because I kind of have a reason, and I'm going to show you guys in just about 1 second why I chose that motor for this truck. This is it right here. This is a simple 2S 5000 milliamp that I got from Sean Lorman at Jack's RC Recycle and Repair. I've got a few of these batteries, and I have absolutely nothing to run them in. So that was kind of why I set this one up. So this is going to be a 2S truck, and the beauty is it just simply slides in so nice, so easy. And I really wanted to keep that kind of a convenience, you know, just simply slide it in and you're good to go. Shouldn't be pulling on the wires of the battery. Now I'm going to extend the plug out to the back so I can just simply slide the battery in and out, considering I can do a battery change as long as nothing is broken. I did not do the C-hubs because these are really beefy actually. I'm really impressed with those. They do make some tubes that you can put into here to beef up the axle housing. We'll see if we need them. I'm not planning on really getting stupid with this truck. It's not an X-Max. So pretty much we're going to power this thing up and have some fun. I'm going to show you guys one thing real quick with the 4-wheel steering on the table before we take it outside. So with the 4-wheel steering setup, I don't expect this truck to be super fast, especially not on 2S. 3S, with that motor, could be some broken parts. So this is what the radio I'm going to be using, my Hack FlySky GT3C radio. It's good for 8 channels. Now when you turn it on, you get 4-wheel steering. You push this button right here forward. Now you're front steer only. Pull it back, 4-wheel steer, back again. Rear steer only. Now this is the beauty of it. You know how you have the 4-wheel steer and sometimes you want to crab it? Just push this button right here and now you're in crab mode. So that's why I've chosen this radio for this truck. If I take the rear steer out of it, at that point I'll go to a GT5. That way I can get a little bit of a steering gyro up at the front and, you know, kind of help me out in case for some reason I do put 3S on this thing. But for right now, this thing is ready to go on 2S. Now, just real quick, the Mamba Max Pro is so much quieter than the Mamba X on takeoff. Make sure I don't go off the table. Okay, now we're getting this thing outside. Well, let's see what it's got. Well, that's not bad. That's actually fine for what I'm wanting to do. I'm not wanting to do a whole lot with it. Nice. Now, if I was to put a locker in the back end, it would rip them pretty darn well. Already a crash. Now, I do got to tell you guys, when I first put this on, using a cheap horn up front, I actually stripped the splines out on a real easy crash. And I barely bumped the wall, so walls aren't your friend. That was better. That's done good. Hey, one thing for sure, I can get this speed out of it right now and not have to worry about burning up the motor. Because I'm sure this Holmes is just taking it easy, relaxing. Yeah, not an issue at all. Uh-oh. I know this isn't going to be good, but you know I got to try it, right? I'm gonna need a little bit of a block. Let me go get something. Well, first time's a fail. Second time could get better. Oh wait, let me get my rear steer back on. Ah, don't have enough for that. Here. Beautiful. Okay, you know, 2S is okay for general play, but I do think I'm gonna need a little bit more. I may need some 3S. The 2S is nice and mild though. Uh-oh. It might be time for 3S because I believe I forgot to thread lock a bolt. That is correct. Okay. I think it's time to go charge up a 3S for it. 3S time. Wow. It landed like it was on a cloud of cotton. That was not a cloud of cotton. Really? Okay, it's still turning a little bit. Hope I get this new servo savers in. I'm only using front steer only when I drive like this. This kind of why I may just take the rear steer out. Whoa, I stopped just in time. Did you see that? Yeah, mucho more better. I think I may have something up with the rear steer. Let me turn it back on. Oh no, it seems to be all right. Rear steer is awesome, but it can also cause issues. Ooh, I got a tire coming off, because remember, I never actually... Oh, wow. Yeah, guys, remember? Told you guys at the start I didn't glue the tires? Okay, time to push them back on. All 4 tires were debeaded. So you know what that means? That means I get to go in and glue these tires. Anyway, let's try just a couple more jumps. It does jump good. So, the mods made the truck a lot more fun. However, the mods one mod in particular that made it more fun, maybe kind of hurting performance a little bit. And I'm kind of leaning towards taking it out, and that would be the rear steer. You know, I like how the truck jumps. It lands good. The rear servo hitting the chassis didn't really seem to be an issue. But I kind of want to eliminate that interference and just go back to regular straight axle. So that's going to have to come out. The good news is when I get another one for the grandson, if he happens to break the dog bones in the front, guess what? Got some brand new axles to put in it. That's right, get him set up. So the sway bars, moving the rear sway bar to the front, adding the hot racing sway bar to the back. Absolutely kept the thing flat. Love it. More than likely going to figure out a way to go back to these stock tires. I also have some old Proline tires for this thing as well. So may get those on there. So it may get a little bit more of a tire upgrade to more standard. Now the tires I have are actually the old Proline. So I don't even know that they make them anymore. But I'll have to take a look, see if they're down there. But anyway, truck is running good. The Holmes Hobbies motor on 2S, it was just taking a vacation in there, messing around a little bit. 3S woke it up. So, yeah, I think it's going to have to stay 3S for a lot of fun. But anyway, guys, check that description for everything in this truck, including the truck itself. Got that through A-Main, Holmes Hobbies for the motor, Sean Lerman, Jack's RC Recycle and Repair for the servo horns, ordered the wheels and tires directly from JConcepts. I'll put links to all that down in there, so make sure you take a look at that. Use those links to check out whatever's in your cart. A-Main. Absolutely A-Main. I shop a lot with A-Main. eBay. I'm always on eBay. Amazon. I pick up stuff there weekly. So I use these websites quite a bit. So guys, use those links. Make sure you are subscribed. And thank you all for watching. If you guys like what you see, make sure you're subscribed. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. If you really like what you see, consider clicking on that join button down below. With that, you can actually become a channel member. Members get early viewing of many of the videos and, you know, a little bit more personalized. Guys, thank you all for watching.